For the Royal Enfield Continental GT 650 Cup. You might be wondering, are these normal Continentals? They are not. They are specifically race tuned. They've got special exhaust, special brakes. They are super fast machines, but heavy. So it's going to be physically demanding for every single one of these riders. And so let's have a word with some of the riders right here on the grid. Let's speak to firstly the pole sitter, Jagdish Nagarajan. Pole by quite a margin. Jagdish, is it a good time to have a word? Firstly, many congratulations on pole position. The margin yesterday was insane, man. Couple of tenths here and there. When compared to this grid, that's a lot. So how does it feel to be on pole today?
Feels really excited. It's the second pole, second round. I had a pole in the first round itself. So this feels more positive because I had a crash in round one. I think it gave me the boost to fight back and get those lost championship back.
And so incredible to see you up in P1. Who's the trickiest competitor according to you? Because Abhishek in the back is pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, I think top four is the trickiest. I love the battle. I think race will show who's going to be the best.
Hopefully it's you, man. Fingers crossed. All the very best. Let's speak to the man in P2. We have Abhishek Vasudev. Abhishek, good time to have a word? Firstly, many congratulations on an incredible round one. Finally, you've got momentum on your side, P2 as well. But are you satisfied with the grid position? Because Jagdish has been pretty quick as well so far.
He's been super quick for sure. We can't deny the fact that he's quite smart and he's played his cards really well this time and he's starting from P1. It's something that we have to think about but not overthink for sure, because pulling off your strategies in a qualifying is something that I've always been weak on, and it always comes down to what I do in a race, and I've been good at it, and I'm just going to stick to that feeling and look ahead.
You're not going to give any of these guys behind a toe, are you? Because I remember the last time out you were riding on the inside of the pit wall. Very smart of you, that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, the wall is breaking half of the wind for me, and I'm quite a heavy rider compared to the first three, if you see, rather first 10, I guess. So I have to play smart. It's a cheeky game, and I've learned that the hard way. I guess not giving somebody a slipstream, it's not such a bad thing to do after all, yeah.
Exactly, and you've got years and years of experience as well, coach. No, hopefully it goes well, mate. All the best for this race. 5 minutes to go until this race begins. That was Abhishek Vasudev in P2. Such an experienced rider, but we've got to chat to this man right here in P3. Last year's AM champion, Surya PM. Surya, firstly, it is so incredible to see you on the grid because, folks, if you're just listening in, Surya actually broke his ankle the last time out. A bit of a ligament tear, wasn't that? But 3 weeks later, you're on the grid. How?
Yeah, I took a good recovery, but I was being idle at my home for 1 month, and it was not good. But I'm happy to be back on the bike, and my aim was to be on the first row, and I'm here. So I think this is a positive sign for me.
You're brushing it off very easily too. To have a broken leg, to coming back to ride a bike, does it pain a lot? Do you have to change the way you ride, the way things go?
Yeah, I have to change a little bit on shifting the gears because it's a little bit tough for me after 4 laps. So I just doing this old school style of downshifting now because I'm not able to move my ankle properly. But I'm okay, I can manage.
But Surya, the best part is you know this bike so much better than so many others because you won a championship with this the last time out. What's the trick for this machine? It's so heavy, people can't handle it.
Yeah, it's again to be very relaxed on the bike is the main thing when it comes to this Royal Enfield because it's again heavy. So you try to fight it, you won't win for sure.
So how do you change the momentum? Because I know first turn, right, you have to go left and then right. It takes a lot of core strength. So how do you do it?
So again, you have to use the CG of the bike for sure, the momentum of the bike, and not your own body, which makes it is possible. But the thing is, like, you will get tired in another 3-4 laps. So that is not an ideal thing to do.
But hopefully that doesn't happen to you, mate. Firstly, congratulations on returning and all the best for the race. Surya PM, ladies and gentlemen, in P3. Let's go back to Karthikeya in the comms box because this race will be phenomenal for the Continental GT 650s.
Right, then we're ready for race number 3 of round 2, and that is the JK Tyre presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. 10 laps of two-wheeler racing action coming your way. Very quickly, let's talk you through the grid. The starting grid with Jagdish Nagarajan at P1. You got Abhishek Vasudev, the championship leader, in P2. Surya PM in P3. Mohammad Samrul Zubair in P4. Ullas Nanda in P5. Anand in P6, then you got Rajkumar in P7, Vignesh God at P8, Ashish Rungta at P9. We got Kayan Zubin Patel at P10, Pradeep at P11, Sriram at P12, followed by Prabhu V at P13, Anand at P14, Uday Prakash at P15, Varun Patil at P16, Bharat Balan at P17, Deepak Kumar at P18, Sheshadri at P19, Revadhar, the lad who comes from Jammu and Kashmir, is in P20, Rohan from P21, Kaushik Ganesh P22, Rajeshwaran at P23, Syed Muzammil Ali will start at P24, and you got Akhil Krishna JS Akhil Krishna JS starting at P27 right at the back of the grid. So the riders are on their way for the formation lap. Following the formation lap, it will be 10 laps in the JK Tyre presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. I'm just wondering which one is quicker. Is it the RE or is it the hair there?
No, this machine is absolutely phenomenally quick, 650 cc's. And the interesting part, Karthikeya, they've actually cut down on 18 kilograms in comparison to the normal bike just with the exhaust. They've really tuned this thing so well. And the fact that these riders are going to be racing in this championship for nearly free, right? Just around 20,000 rupees for the entire season is phenomenal, because it's such a stepping stone in their career journey towards becoming a top level rider, that this, to having to ride only for 20,000 rupees a season, it's literally dirt cheap. The whole sentiment is a ride, race. If you're the best, you get scholarship, you get prize money, you get to progress to a higher level of racing. Isn't that incredible?
I think it's dirt cheap, one can say, and it's certainly a very good opportunity for all the young racers. It's an excellent stepping stone, this category. And once again, I remind you that it's a Pro-Am series where you got 10 professionals and 15 amateurs participating in a 25-man grid. So the results also will be based on, there will be 3 winners for professionals and 3 for the amateurs. As far as the professionals are concerned, we've got Abhishek Vasudev, who starts in P2 as the championship leader. He's got 17 points. 5 points behind him is Ullas Nanda with 12. Ullas starts at P5. And then you got Anand R with 10 points in third as far as the Bikers Championship is concerned. Meanwhile, in the amateurs category, it's Mohammad Samrul Zubair who dominated proceedings. He's got 24 points, 10 ahead of second place Bharat Balan, who's got 14 points, and Kalyan Zubin Patel with 9 is third in the amateurs category, with Revadhar, the lad from Jammu, close behind in fourth with 8 points, and so is Pradeep Singh. Let's see about the start. 5 seconds to go. Can Jagdish Nagarajan get better off Abhishek Vasudev this time round? So far it's a decent start for Jagdish. There you see bike number 1 right in the middle. That's a very good start for Jagdish. Surya PM, in fact, has also made a tremendous start. Coming into corner number 1, it's Surya PM.
No!
Then bike number 2 who's taken the lead. But the corner, that first corner proves to be, well, it's a house of incidents throughout. And one slight wrong mistake, one mistake, and that can cause a pile-up at the back. That's for sure. But it is Surya PM who's gone straight ahead and taken the lead. Look, this is what happened.
It's a bad one. You don't make a move over there at turn 1. You just don't take that line. It's not possible to flick the bike and break it into that corner that late. I must say there has to be a penalty incoming, and I hope the riders are okay. They're on their feet, which is a great sign. That seems to be rider number 4.
That's Anand and Prabhu, the two in the
Yet
professionals
again.
category. And both of them are from Chennai. I think I'm very sure they could have communicated better. One was coming in on the inside straight, one from the outside turning in left, and both of them collided. And that's what you saw just moments ago. Although Surya PM now, who started at P3, has got a very good start. He's coming in through the end of that first lap as the race leader in bike number 2, Surya PM, closely followed by Jagdish Nagraj, who is in bike number 1. Both the professionals are leading. It will be very interesting to see where Abhishek Vasudev is. Can't see him in the first few. Abhishek Vasudev, who is the championship leader at the moment. Remember, Abhishek's bike number 3, is not in the top 5.
Yeah, it's strange to see what's happened to Abhishek Vasudev on that last lap. We hope to get more updates on the same because he is an absolute pro, multiple-time national champion who should be incredible in this championship. Let's take a look and figure out what's happening right here. But Ullas Nanda currently in P3, having to fend off the likes of Vignesh Gaur and Mohammad Samrul Zubair. And where is Abhishek Vasudev? Dropped back down to P8. That is a weird first lap for him. But let's focus on this battle for P1. Surya PM, our amateur champion from last time out, fighting against Jagdish Nagaraj. We had a word with both of them on the grid, and you could tell how determined Jagdish was to get back more points. His crash in the first round, clearly not something helping him out in terms of the championship. If he finishes P2, that really is a big jump up in the championship for him, Karthikeya.
Absolutely, and I think last championship where you're talking about how Surya PM dominated the amateurs category, won the race, but also regularly finished in the top 3 in the professionals mixed grid as well. So that tells you how good he was last season. But now he's under pressure from Jagdish Nagarajan, who's put in the fastest lap of 1 minute 17.360. And this will be a good test for Surya PM because he's got a very experienced and a very quick Jagdish Nagaraj right behind him. And now this is where all the experience that Surya had from last season with competing with the big guns, he will, like the likes of Anish Damodar Shetty as well, this is where he will have to pull and go back and get all that experience and use it in this race. So far he's doing okay, he's doing fine. And while he was very disappointed previous round, couldn't be amongst points, the Surya PM, but this time round he's made a good start, starting from P3, he's leading the race, we're into lap number 3. Remember, this is a 10-lap race, so all he needs now is to just focus and be there.
Exactly, and think about the fatigue that Surya will be facing with his leg as well. As he mentioned on the grid, he just broke his ankle in the last race. His ligament isn't 100% correct. In fact, when you notice on these bikes, when you downshift with your heel, with your ankle. But Surya has to downshift with his heel, and you can tell the fatigue is getting to him because Jagdish Nagaraj making the move in the final corner, making it the right order in terms of the numbers. Bike number 1 in P1, Jagdish gets the lead. And a word on Surya once again, right? I was talking to you about how he shifts. A normal person would shift with their ankle. Surya has to put his leg forward and shift with his heel when the gears go down. So that is one big change that he has to make in his riding style. Incredible to see him on the grid. What a move, Surya! You cannot do that. You cannot make a move over there. But Surya PM says, I can and I will. Getting a slingshot out of P3. Surya PM just got Jagdish Nagaraj napping. He's into the lead now.
Tremendous from Surya PM, lost that lead not very long ago and just got that little window, and he said, well, that's mine and I'm taking it, and very quickly just squeezes to the left of Jagdish and gets the lead back, does Surya PM. But this is going to be an interesting battle for the remaining 6 laps as well. Somil with Jagdish and Surya PM having a right go at each other. Remember, both of them are in the pro category. As far as the amateurs are concerned, it's Mohammad Samrul Zubair who is leading the amateurs category. He's 3rd overall, and in fact he's not very far behind the duo of Surya PM and Jagdish Nagaraj. Look at that. That's an amateur in bike number 21 right behind him. In fact, now he's got the opportunity to move into 2nd overall. Can he do it? He's on the inside now coming in. Yes, he has, in fact. Even before corner number 1, it's Mohammad Samrul Zubair who's taken 2nd overall. Surya PM now is under pressure from an amateur. He was an amateur last season. This time he's turned out from the pro category. And well, the fastest lap of the race so far by Mohammad Samrul Zubair. 1 minute 16.958 seconds. This is tremendous from Samrul Zubair. And now he's got his eyes set out on Surya PM.
If you take a look at Mohammad Samrul Zubair's bike and you take a look at the number, it is red. It says amateur. Mohammad Samrul Zubair is the opposite of what I'd call an amateur. Yes, it might be only his 2nd round ever riding this bike, but our man right here is so quick. In fact, whenever he's raced with the R15s and R3s in the other national championships, he's been incredible as he demonstrates, making a move down the hairpin, but Surya PM with a cutback, heading into the next left-hander. It should be Zubair with the advantage in terms of the line, but Surya says, you can have the line, I will have the place. Racing at its finest. They may be racing against others in the category, but Mohammad Samrul Zubair with the move on the inside line. Surya PM can only watch because Mohammad Samrul Zubair has stolen the lead. Not just in the AM category, but in the overall race. Call him an amateur? I don't think I will.
Well, this is the kind of debate we were having about the Novice Cup as well.
Exactly.
This is unbelievable from Mohammad Samrul Zubair. He's one of the amateurs on the grid, one of the 15 amateurs in a 25-man grid, and he's left behind all the professionals, and he's now leading the race. Bike number 21, hats off, Mohammad Samrul Zubair. Once again, but if he doesn't do anything silly, he will probably go on and take the amateurs race win. Will he go on and make the overall win? We'll have to wait for another 4 odd laps. But Surya PM, he'd be disappointed now because it will hurt their ego as well. If you got an amateur zooming past you and you being a pro just can't do anything about it.
I think Surya will feel happy about it because the last season he was that amateur who was challenging all the professionals. And a word on Mohammad Samrul Zubair. I was talking to you about Surya PM's endurance with his leg and having to come back from a broken bone. Well, Mohammad Samrul Zubair once broke his collarbone and the next week he was back racing. He's that kind of a rider who doesn't care about physical pain. For him, the entire motto is simple. When I'm on the track, the only thing I have to focus on is going faster. Competition, physical pain, the way the bike feels, none of that matters. And that is why Mohammad Samrul Zubair of Hyderabad currently leading, I wouldn't say leading, I would say dominating this race.
Oh, certainly is, and he's left the pros behind, and that's certainly a feather in his cap. And the way he's just driven around this racetrack looks very, very comfortable. You're on the straight as well, through the start-finish straight. There's a couple of times now. First, he did the number over Jagdish Nagarajan, and then he got the better of Surya PM on that straight. So that tells you how good he is young Mohammad Samrul Zubair. Surya PM in third, Jagdish Nagarajan in third, in fact, Surya PM in second, and certainly turning out to be great competition between all these racers. Now, we have an amateur leading, and this certainly turns out to be one of the standout results as far as this competition is concerned. But look at that, it's a bird's eye view, beautiful view of the Curry Motor Speedway from the drone cam as they come through the final corner of yet another lap.
Oh, here we go. Ullas Nanda's in the fight as well. This is turning out to be very, very interesting because Abhishek Vasudev and Ullas Nanda, all of them in this fight for P1 at the moment. We have Mohammad Samrul Zubair, the amateur, leading in P1, Surya PM second. But look at Jagdish Nagaraj, under tremendous pressure from Abhishek Vasudev, the man heading into this race second in the championship. Now, what happened to Abhishek Vasudev earlier on in the race? Honestly, we have no clue. He dropped back down to P8 after starting P2, but he's found his momentum, found his mojo, and with only 3 laps to go, Abhishek Vasudev, the man who's coached so many riders, on his way to coach Jagdish Nagaraj, teaching him how to actually end up doing a really, really good race. Here comes Abhishek though, trying to make a move down the inside line. This could be interesting, Karthikeya. Trying to cut back the lines here and there. It seems like everyone is on a mission to get Surya PM out of P2, because right now he's got to fend up against 2 really, really strong riders. Look at Abhishek Vasudev on the outside line, making a cut back to the inside. No, Abhishek, that is way too good a move. That is way too good a move to pull off on someone like Jagdish Nagaraj. Abhishek Vasudev on the final corner of the lap with a cutback of a lifetime, getting up into P3. That's more like it.
While at point of time he was in 8th position on the grid, wasn't he? Was Abhishek Vasudev after that debacle in the first lap, but he's now come up 3rd overall and 2nd as far as the pro category is concerned. Mohammad Zubair certainly leading with no problem at all. Now it could be trouble for Surya PM because Abhishek Vasudev is hungry. He is leading the championship with 17 points. He wants more, and the way he's come up from 8th till 3rd now, that certainly, it seems like he's tasted that. And now comes in on the inside, and as we speak, he moves up to 2nd, does Abhishek Vasudev, leaving Surya PM behind. So it's a 3-2-1 as far as the pros are concerned in reverse order. With bike number 3, Abhishek Vasudev leading, bike number 2, Surya 2nd, and bike number 1, Jagdish Nagaraj in the 3rd. All these 3 pros behind the amateur, Mohammad Samrul Zubair. This is very, very interesting, very exciting, and certainly tremendous as far as the young lad concerned. Going wide, slightly wide there was Mohammad Samrul, and that allows Abhishek Vasudev to come in on the inside. Now on the straight. This is where Mohammad Samrul Zubair beat Jagdish as well as Surya PM. And now can he go on and hang on to the lead against Abhishek Vasudev? It seems yes, he can. On the straight, he is so strong, is Mohammad Samrul Zubair. Although Abhishek Vasudev has just put in the fastest lap, 1 minute 16.824 seconds.
Wow.
As we are into the final lap. This is getting intense. This is getting intensely crazy as you've got an amateur and a pro going head to head for that checkered flag in the overall category. And Abhishek Vasudev certainly has done a tremendous job. He was 8th at the point of time. He's now moved up to 2nd overall. And then you got Jagdish Nagraj coming in and taking the lead away from Abhishek Vasudev. Abhishek Vasudev will probably come in on the inside. And can he make it 2nd again overall? Yes, he can. This is unbelievable. Somil, one time, it's difficult keeping track who's 1st, who's 2nd, who's 3rd now.
Absolutely, but that is experience on show. Look at Abhishek Vasudev trying to go around the outside of Mohammad Samrul Zubair. He's winning in his category, but he wants that overall win. Take a look at this. Jagdish Nagraj on the final corner making a dive bomb. This is going to be a photo finish for the overall win. Mohammad Samrul Zubair, winner in the amateur, winner in the overall category, but Jagdish Nagraj clinches P1 in the professional category from Abhishek Vasudev by just 1/10 of a second. That is why we watch motor racing. But the bigger story, coming back in from a broken foot, Surya PM, 3 weeks after breaking his leg in the round 1, he has finished P5. What a story for him. But Abhishek Vasudev, Jagdish Nagraj, Mohammad Samrul Zubair, you've got to tip your hat to them, especially to Zubair, an amateur coming in and beating every single other rider on the grid. That is what it's all about. Mohammad Samrul Zubair, winner in the overall category. But take a look at the excitement of this man. Abhishek Vasudev, he started 2nd, dropped back down to P8, and watch the masterclass that he showcased in this race, because not only did he drop back down, the way his pace was keeping on going faster and faster and faster as the race progressed. That is the sign of experience, Karthikeya. 13 years of bike racing coming in very handy for Abhishek Vasudev.
Oh, absolutely. At a point of time, we thought, well, that could be the end of the race for Abhishek Vasudev as he dropped down to 8th. But he's done a tremendous job as Abhishek Vasudev. Well, that's bike number 3, and that's your race winner, Abhishek Vasudev. Just holding on, going into the corner, having a little prayer, thanking God, and maybe a bit of exhaustedness as well, a bit of fatigue as well. But what a performance from Mohammad Samrul Zubair as well in the amateur category, and he's gone on to get a top place as far as he's concerned. Now this is going to be a very, very interesting highlights package later on. But what a win! What a win! Jagdish Nagraj and Abhishek Vasudev, Surya all finding themselves on the podium. Ullas Nanda very narrowly maybe missing out. But as far as the amateurs are concerned, well, Mohammad Samrul Zubair. What a performance from the young lad coming from Hyderabad, taking the checkered flag in the amateurs category. Then you got Vignesh Gaur, another Hyderabadi, taking 2nd position in the amateurs category podium. And then you got Kayan Zubin Patel from Mumbai, finishing 3rd in the amateurs category.
And what a story this is for Vignesh Gaur and also for Mohammad Samrul Zubair. For context, folks, the two of them are the best of friends. They've always ridden together, learned bike racing together, trained students together as well. And every single time they go for a track day, they're always fighting against each other. In fact, they've had a dream. Every single time in the championship, Vignesh and Zubair always end up starting near the very end because, of course, they have some sort of issues, and they set a challenge to themselves. Can we always find a way up together? This time out also something similar. A good qualifying for both of them, but now both of them find themselves on the podium together. What a moment this must be, right? Years and years of friendship culminating in a podium together in the amateur category of the Royal Enfield Continental GT 650 Cup. This is why we race. to celebrate with each other and to celebrate the spirit of competition. This one, I'm pretty sure that Mohammad Samrul Zubair will go back home and really feel proud about. Because not only has he beaten last year's amateur champion Surya PM, he's also beaten a real strong competitor in Jagdish Nagaraj, and also a 13-year experienced bike racer in Abhishek Vasudev, who's also won a fair share of championships himself. If you're Mohammad Samrul Zubair at the moment in time, you can genuinely feel so proud about this result. But Karthik, I want to talk to you about Abhishek Vasudev's race, because it takes so much of composure to drop back down to P8 and then to also climb your way back up and gain position so quickly. Because normally, any normal rider tends to lose concentration or momentum or motivation as well in the middle of the race when they drop back down. But that's the sign of a pro. A pro never properly gives up. And that is what Abhishek Vasudev did today. Nearly had the professional win, pipped only on the last corner. What a story that is. And take a look at this man.
Oh, you're talking about Abhishek Vasudev, certainly when you're in the top two and then find yourself in the mid-pack, it's very easy for shoulders to drop. It's very easy for, a racer to be like, oh, well, so much ahead of me. It's a very packed grade. Will I be able to make it? Then the doubt comes in. You lose focus as well. But nothing of that sort for Abhishek Vasudev. He continued every lap. He said, okay, I'm in lap number 2. I've got 8 laps remaining. I've got 8 positions to cover. Let's take it one lap at a time, one position at a time. I think by the end of it, it worked really well for him. Gets a hug from Surya PM. Does Vignesh Gaur there. Vignesh Gaur, you can see with number 17 behind him. He's delighted. Finished second in the amateurs category, did Vignesh Gaur. That's the kind of camaraderie you see. Love it. Absolutely love it when you have young racers getting pat on the back from the seniors, and that's Kayan Zubin Patel, who finishes third in the amateurs category. The lad from Mumbai, he must be delighted as well. Kayan Zubin, the man with the golden locks, if I may call him.
No, Kayan has done so much of racing with sports bikes in the last couple of years, learning through track days, academies, some sort of championships in the 165cc's as well. But for Kayan, this is incredible because his first year properly in this Royal Enfield GT650 Cup, and he's consistently proven to every other amateur rider that he is one of the major benchmarks to compete with. So incredible to see him at such a high level. And racing, of course, runs in his family. One of his uncles, of course, Mr. Rustam Patel, an experienced rally rider as well, who's done years and years of motocross and supercross as well. It runs in the family, the love for bike racing, and it's good to see Kayan up in the amateur podium. But look at the camaraderie, Karthikeya. This is what I love to see. The bikes are exactly the same for every single rider, which means the best of the very best are able to extract more from the same resources, which is what today someone like Mohammad Samrul Zubair has been able to do. And the best part about this grid is when they do that, they're all very open in their communication. If you and I both today go and ask them, hey, what did you do right? They will tell us what they did right, because the whole intention for this entire grid is to grow together to be a better rider. That sort of camaraderie, I don't think you see in many other championships, which is what makes this series so special.
I think apart from the JK Tyre presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup, you see a lot of that camaraderie in the LGB Formula 4, because a lot of these races have raced together. They might be rivals now. At a point of time, they were in the same team, particularly talking about Dark Dawns and M Sport as well. You see Diljit TS earlier getting a hug from Ragul Rangasamy. They're fierce rivals on the track, but off the track, they're all great friends. So that tells you, that on the track, it's different. But once you're off the track, they're all good friends, and that shows the way they hug each other, the high fives, the congratulations. There's no room for jealousy. There's only room for hard work, and there's room for getting better at every race. These are the highlights coming your way from the exciting race that we just saw. It was a tremendous start for Surya PM, bike number 2. Remember, Surya started at P3 and very quickly moved on to take the race lead. Abhishek Vasudev was right behind him, and so was Jagdish Nagarajan. So all these pros were leading very comfortably. But then we had one of the amateurs who had another script in his mind. Mohammad Samrul Zubair, he was out there to spoil the party. Although obviously it's a different category. He would have won the amateurs anyway had he finished third overall or fourth overall. But coming in first overall or second overall or a podium amongst the pros would have meant so much. And that's, you see, bike number 21 there, mixing amongst the pros. Tremendous. Although the battle was there going on between Jagdish and Surya. Cutting across to live images now as we go through towards the presentation ceremony.
Well done. Well done. Focus. Zamrul Jabir. That man is a complete...
First it will be the amateurs category, and in that it's Mohammad Samrul Zubair standing at the top of the podium, followed by Vignesh Gaur in second, and then you got Kayan Zubin Patel, the lad from Mumbai, coming in third.
And what a story. Your man in second place, Vignesh Gaur. What a ride from him in the amateur category. But your winner, not just for the amateurs, but for the overall category, it is Mohammad Samrul Zubair. And what a story. He's always dreamed of being on the podium with the man in P2, Vignesh Gaur. Finally, both of them on the podium again together. Proper friendship and proper teamwork. But what a ride it was for Kayan Zubin Patel as well. Incredible stuff from all three of them to be on the podium. And you can see the camaraderie. Both of them wanting to share the same podium. There's no space, my friends. But they are going to try. They're bike racers. They always get three riders in the same place at the same time. When there's no space, well, they better make one.
Oh, we saw more than three at the same place at the same time during the race.
Exactly. Exactly that. Now, they're masters of maximizing space. But what a result for Mohammad Samrul Zubair, not just winner in the amateur category, but beating every single rider on the grid, including the professionals. That takes some doing, in all honesty.
Oh, this is tremendous. Great performance from Mohammad Samrul Zubair. But before that, round of applause for the others as well. To come in on the podium overall, when you're an amateur up against the pros, that tells you you've done something right throughout those 10 laps, and he certainly has. Now moving on to the pro category prize distribution ceremony. Earlier we had the amateurs, where we had Mohammad Samrul Zubair winning, followed by the likes of Vignesh Gaur and Kayan Zubin Patel. Now, in the amateurs, in fact in the professionals, it's Surya PM who comes in third. Tremendous from Surya as well. Then you've got Abhishek Vasudev who comes in second. And Jagdish Nagaraj taking the top spot. So as far as the jersey numbers are concerned and the podiums are concerned, there's a slight change. One remains 1, 2 comes in 3, and 3 comes in 2. So it's 1, 3, 2 as far as the competitive numbers are concerned. But overall, it is a tremendous race win for Jagdish Nagaraj. Abhishek Vasudev coming in second, and Surya PM settling for third.
Ladies and gentlemen, hands up for Jagdish. Well done indeed. Gentlemen, raise your trophies, please. Raise your trophies.
Huge round of applause for the winners, both in the pro and the amateur category. Looks like a nice trophy to have in your wardrobe, in your cabinet. So once again, reiterating your winners, it's Jagdish Nagaraj who comes in first, Abhishek Vasudev second, and Surya PM staying third and taking the second runners-up spot. Now that the JK Tyre presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup is done and dusted, out of the way, let's get back to some serious racing action again now. We started today with the LGB Formula 4 category, and we are ending the day as well with the LGB Formula 4 category, as that's the next race to come your way.
It's time to break free. Break away from the routine. To the greens. And get lost